It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Right to the air is Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes, right side. He'll get it inside the 20. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a toss out wide to McAllister. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's Stroud. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything, every trick play I can think of, every different formation.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. In motion right, that's Dell. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow eluding the pressure right. This is caught and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Hot.
Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Stroud looking to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's second down. And Stroud now to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A handoff to McAllister. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Stroud. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and a yard. Now Stroud. Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case,
they intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Burrow on play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the
First and 10, it's Stroud. That is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Second and 10, here's Stroud. The swap, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. Back to throw. Stroud. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's second and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Stroud here on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
They'll look to throw again.
We'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to claw one back. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he's going to be brought down right there, so nothing after the catch as he's dropped at the 42. First down, here's Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow
looking deep here for Chase.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
With his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. Over the middle to Smith. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but... And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now, these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Returnable here for Davis. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run for it here with McAllister. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come in.
Good game, bro. I got my ass definitely whooped in this one. I wasn't even competitive. I'll holler at you later, man. Peace. Good luck in your playoffs.